Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram here on the Cricket Happening Show. This on a Thursday, and it is going to be the 33rd match which was played today in the Indian Premier League. The match was being played between Delhi Daredevils and Rising Pune Super Giants. As you know, Delhi Daredevils have been in some very good form, but today the Rising Pune Super Giants, who have been really struggling all the while in this IPL, finally put it across Delhi Daredevils today as the Rising Pune Super Giants won the match by 7 wickets with 5 balls remaining. So I'll be talking about this match. It was a very interesting match. Yes, it was definitely exciting. It didn't go all the way down to the wire, I would say, but definitely the match was pretty interesting. Now, just talking about this particular game, it was the Rising Pune Super Giants, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the captain, actually winning the toss and inviting the Delhi Daredevils to bat first. Well, the Delhi Daredevils, in fact, the start was not good. The other day, Rishabh Pant, the youngster who made a big impression by scoring heavily, but today was dismissed very cheaply by Ashok Dinda as he provided the breakthrough by clean bowling Rishabh Pant for 2. So that was the first wicket. After that, we saw Sanju Samson and Karun Nair combine together to put a good partnership. They tried to help the Delhi Daredevils team recover, but not only just, I would say, because the thing was that Samson and Karun Nair both were really playing some very good strokes either side of the wicket, and this partnership was really, I mean, moving along in a very nice manner. In fact, they were not overawed by the situation. They decided to play their stroke. As I said, they were stroking the ball both through the offside and the onside, and the partnership had added 35 runs in pretty quick time, we could say. In probably they were going at a clip of 10 runs per over, and then finally it was the wicket taken by Boland. Boland was the one who actually took the wicket first he took the wicket of Sanju Samson, who was caught for 20 of 17 balls, 3 fours, and then Karun Nair. Well, he departed to the bowling of Rajat Bhatia. Rajat Bhatia bowled an excellent line with his. I mean, he has been a very impressive. He has been bowling some very good. I mean, he has been bowling very well too. And today he picked up the wicket of Karun Nair for 32 of 23 balls with 5 fours. JP Duminy, everyone contributed in the sense Delhi Daredevil. JP Duminy tried to resurrect and the only problem for Delhi Daredevils today was that they were led by JP Duminy. JP Duminy was the captain today. It was not Zahir Khan, so that was a big blow. I mean, one does not know what was the reason behind it. They decided to drop Zahir Khan because of an injury, couldn't play. So as you know, Zahir Khan's captaincy is something which has been talked about in this IPL, because he has always delivered, and he has made a lot of moves, a lot of field placings, a lot of things have been spoken about Zahir Khan, how an intelligent captain he has been. And definitely Delhi Daredevils missed his captaincy today, there's no doubt about it. And also they decided to leave Chris Morris, who has been the most successful bowler. But well, they still have some reserve talent, as you all know, so they went for that. So after that, Duminy making 34 of 32 balls with 1 4. Sam Billings played a very quick innings. In fact, the Ashwin, the spin twins Ashwins, they went for a real toss, as it was Brathwaite and Billings really hitting pretty hard. In fact, Billings went after Ravichandran Ashwin. Brathwaite went on to deposit 3 sixes of the bowling of M. Ashwin, and this was the partnership which, when Billings and Brathwaite were there, the score galloped actually pretty quickly, and they stood at 110 when Billings was out to the bowling of Bhatia for 24 or 15 balls with 1 4 and 2 sixes. Brathwaite clubbed 20 of just 8 deliveries with 3 sixes, being a victim of Boland. Pawan Negi contributed in his own way, unbeaten 19 of 12 balls, 1 4 and 1 6. And that was it. 162 for 7 of 20 overs was what Delhi Daredevils put on the board. And definitely, one couldn't say it was a good score, but definitely a par score, one could say. And the bowling, Ashok Dinda 4 overs 1 for 34, Pereira 1 over for 9 runs, but Boland bowled very well, 2 for 32 for 31. The Ashwin brothers went for a bit of a toss when Brathwaite and Billings were on the crease. 4 overs no maiden, none for 34 for Ravichandran Ashwin. Bhatia bowled an excellent line, 4 overs no maiden, 1 for 2 for 22. And Ashwin 3 overs no maiden, none for 31. Now Rising Pune Super Giants, they were given a target of 162 runs to actually win the match, instead 163 to actually win the match in 20 overs, and they had to score at a rate of 8.10 runs per over. But the match was not without any excitement. It all started the opening partnership today. We saw Usman Khwaja, who came in as a replacement, joined Ajinkya Rahane, and both started, but Usman Khwaja was really lucky. In fact, he was living such a charmed life where he was dropped repeatedly by lots of fielders, and that's the reason Usman Khwaja managed to get 30 runs on his first dig here of 27 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. A very unconvincing innings from Usman Khwaja, I could say. And Ajinkya Rahane, as you know, he has been in some great form for the Rising Pune Super Giants. He continued to play his strokes, and he was the one who was guarding the fort for the Rising Pune Super Giants. And as you know, he was the one who actually also took them to victory. He guarded the fort and then finally took them to victory too. So after that, so Usman Khwaja was the first victim. Finally, it was Amit Mishra who forced Usman Khwaja to attempt a high stroke, and Samson behind the stumps made no mistakes. So Usman Khwaja was gone for 30 of 27 balls, 2 fours and 1 6. So it's a very unconvincing innings. He was dropped 4 times in his innings. So that will really tell you how unconvincing this innings was from Usman Khwaja. Definitely played his strokes, but as I said, he was dropped 4 times. He was given 4 lives in his very short innings of 30. Saurabh Tiwari came in, and Saurabh Tiwari definitely hit some very good strokes. He hit some very powerful sixes. 1 6 of Imran Tahir, and he contributed 21 of 18 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. The score was 104 for 2 when Tiwari departed, Imran Tahir taking his wicket. And after that, they required, the equation was 6 overs, and they still required 58 runs. But definitely when Dhoni and Pereira were at the crease, everyone knew that Rising Pune Super Giants were almost there. And Dhoni, well, he didn't waste any time. He came in and clubbed 27 of just 20 deliveries with 1 4 and 2 sixes. And he actually clubbed Mohammad Shami for a 6. And he also clubbed, if I think it's Imran Tahir, he also hit him for a 6. And it was basically in the end, it was Rising Pune Super Giants, the victors, with Dhoni out for 27 of 20 balls, 1 4 and 2 6. And Tisra Pereira was the one who finished off the match. But definitely Tisra Pereira came in and clubbed 2 big sixes, and that was it. Once he did that, it was all over. Pereira was not out in 14 of just 5 deliveries, 2 sixes, and the game was over. The Rising Pune Super Giants had won by 7 wickets, a convincing victory, one could say, with Rahane actually doing the honours as far as the winning hit was concerned in the final over. When the first ball, he dispatched it to the boundary for 4, and what an innings from Ajinkya Rahane. As I said, he guarded the fort, and then finally he captured the innings for Rising Pune Super Giants with an unbeaten 63 of 48 balls with 7 fours, and he was named man of the match. As far as the bowling was concerned, the bowling, Umesh Yadav 4 overs, none for 25. Jay Yadav actually. Brathwaite 2 overs, 1 for 17. Shami, very costly. In fact, he got a real tonk from the batsman 3.1 overs, no maiden, 50 runs. So he was the one who came in for some heavy tonking today, and that is something very unusual. One does not see Shami struggling the way he did today, and that was not good news. Shami really was slapped away by the probably there was a game plan. Probably Dhoni had probably formulated a game plan. One does not know that Mohammad Shami was never allowed to actually pit the ball in his arc, and he was really pasted all across the turf today. Amit Mishra 4 overs 1 for 28, bowled well. Dumini 1 over for 9 runs. Imran Tahir 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 26. And Negi 1 over, no maiden, none for 10. So that was it. The rising Pune Super Giants finally, who had been struggling in the IPL, finally getting a victory under the belt, and they would be heartened by the fact that they could actually defeat the Delhi Daredevils, and this will also give them more confidence to take on the other teams now. Now, the match which is coming up is very significant because Sunrisers Hyderabad, who have not been really doing so well, I mean they've got they've gone into a sort of a bit of a lull as of now, and tomorrow they're going to be strengthened with the inclusion or the coming back of Yuvraj Singh from injury. So that is the good news for Sunrisers Hyderabad. They are taking on the Gujarat Lions. So it should be an interesting contest in the offing tomorrow, and I'll be back with a full match summary of that. So as I said, today there's nothing else to really share, dear fans and subscribers. It's a very short cricket show. Hope you all liked it. I know it was not so, it was a very short show, so there was not much to really talk about. But nevertheless, I just did my routine cricket show here, albeit a bit late. But definitely, dear fans and subscribers, I'll be back with more cricket happenings tomorrow. That's on a Friday. Till such time I see you tomorrow, it's good night from Host Ram Studios. Thank you.